spawning in the bottom right position. Took a pretty nice, lead, but I mean, wasn't able to hold off that hive timing. It's gonna be aLive. And in the top left position as our yellow Zerg player from Karate Club Esports. He's down 1-2. He brought it back. This is our final game of this series. It's going to be VortiX. This map is very interesting. We've seen some really interesting strategies on this map. I have to say, you have the back door to your natural. It's a really big back door. The natural, I mean, it's like a free base, sort of a pocket expansion, as it were, but it has 2 less mineral patches than a normal base, but you can mine 2 of the patches more quickly. So the gold minerals don't actually give you more, they just let you mine it faster. So that's important to note here. It's a very different map than your typical standard TvZ map. Of course, going for the gold base first is the best one, as getting a third base on this map is super hard. The distance is so far to get to a third base to protect it and a main from things like drops at the same time. All in all, this is a very interesting map, brought in, of course, by GSL Icarus. I really like this map, in all honesty, just because of how different it is. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. We will have a command center first from aLive. VortiX will not be going for Le Fast Spawning Pool again. He's going to drop that hatchery. I like that the Overlord's here. Like, you would bunker rush a guy. Like, you would bunker rush the pocket expansion. Like, I'm just trying to think, like, how crazy that would be. Like, I got to run my Marines through your main base before I can get to the bunker. But VortiX he's not taking any chances. We've had two Raxes this series from aLive. Anything could happen, but he's got that barracks going. I'm curious if he's going to go to gas or another barracks. Yep, it will be a gas, so aLive going to go for a gas follow-up to his command center first. Spawning pool is on the way for VortiX. And I'm really interested to see what VortiX will do, especially since there's no easy third base to get. He could go for a fast third, but it's going to leave him vulnerable to things like Hellion Banshee timings, any kind of bio timing that involves medevacs. But it looks like it's going to be more along the Hellion side of things. He's only opened with this one barracks. As we now see, the gas is complete. He's mining away at that. And this honestly looks pretty solid from aLive. It's a very standard opener. And the same from VortiX. So neither player really doing anything crazy. I love that. He actually mined the gold minerals and was waiting right by that hatchery to actually throw those minerals into it, so you get as much of an economic boost as possible. And that's one of the cool things that you do about this map. Of course, mules don't mine any extra from gold minerals than they would on a regular mineral patch, but he's going to take 1 gas in his natural. This is interesting. In Overlord, it would be really difficult to get in here to spot this gas if a Marine is poised here, but he doesn't have anything like that. His only Marine is checking out these bases, looking for any kind of proxy hatcheries in case he wants to proxy roaches. Joking, of course. And his second Marine's going to complete, so he should have a reactor start pretty soon as well. The factory is begun, and there's that reactor. And this gas, this is interesting to me, because this makes me think it could be something like a 2-port off of 2 base. It could be a double factory Blue Flame Hellion push. If this Overlord came in here, maybe he would want him to scout this Overlord, and then he would see, oh my goodness, you only have 1 gas. You're not even mining it now. And he's still mining this one, which strikes me rather curious. It's going to be 2 more barracks. This is an interesting build choice out of aLive, simply because I'm not sure I understand where this gas is going, because it's not like it's been scouted. I guess he kind of realized he wants to bank up some minerals because he got this gas. So, I can't blame him. Actually, is this a rich Vespine Geyser? This is a rich Vespine Geyser. Oh, so this is very interesting. He doesn't want to mine this because you only get like 2 or 4 gas from that per hit. He's getting 6. Every mine here, he's getting 6 gas. So that is interesting. That is a very interesting way to use the map to your advantage to actually get yourself a pretty nice timing. That's weird, because you normally lose minerals to mine that much gas, but he's not, which is why it's so crazy. These Hellions are going to move out across the field and scout. We have a Roachmorn and a Lair on the way for VortiX. No third base just yet, and he's mining all of his gas. So this is interesting. He's going with the Roach attack. So what aLive is doing is not a mech build, but what it is a very, very powerful timing. He has triple Tech Lab. It's his Marauder Hellion textbook play. This Roach Horn and these upgrades could actually end up being very, very valuable for aLive if the Roaches are able to overwhelm the Marauders. But with the Hellions tanking, and if he pulls SCVs with this, and I think he should pull SCVs. I'd love to see him pull all his SCVs with this push, honestly, for when Stim finishes. Then this could be really devastating. He's only showing the 4 Hellions right now. He's leaving 1 at the tower. He's going to move up with another 3 to check for a third base. He's going to see, okay, there's no third. I don't think he should show that he's built more than 4 Hellions. You know, information. But now he sees, okay, he sees that he's putting in quite a bunch of Hellions. He's got 7 Roaches coming out. Roach speed is on the way. The attack and arm upgrades are about halfway done. And Stim is about a minute away, so we should see this push getting ready to rev up its engines and roll on towards VortiX's base. But nothing happening quite yet. Now, aLive, scouting around with these Hellions. VortiX could be just going for a really big 2-base Roach push, and I think that could actually work really, really well for him. Especially since aLive is just going for this really big push. There goes all the SCVs. He's doing it. He's got a lot of Marauders. This is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to finish. The match is going to be decided right now whether or not VortiX will be able to hold this Marauder Hellion all in with the SCVs, or will the Roach Ball be able to shut this down? SCVs moving in now. He's mineral walking them to actually get a surround on the Roaches to prevent them getting in. There are so many workers. Good God. That command center first all in. Here we go. He's moving in. The Marauders have stimmed. They've stimmed once so far. Now the SCV's tanking beautifully. The Hellions are stepping forward. Some of the SCVs getting caught though. The Queens are pulling him back. He's transfusing it. Now the first stim has worn off. He's going to stim again. Moving forward. He needs to get those SCVs in front of the Marauders. A lot of these Roaches are going down, but the Marauders are being cleaned up. And with the 12 more Roaches on the way, I think VortiX just held this all in. It looks like aLive is going to lose this match. He will go down 0-2 in this group is what it's starting to look like. He wasn't able to kill any of the economy. There's still larvae being produced. There's still Roaches being made. And aLive is going to go down 0-2 in his group. GG, victory for K3 Esports Club's VortiX. When you try to do that kind of all-in off of that many units, that is so difficult. It is so difficult to get out the number of units you need to kill that as a Terran player, because he went 2-base mass Roach. He had the 1-1. He had the Roach speed coming in. He had the creep spread. He was able to just mass up Roaches, and all he had to do was hold the all-in, and he won the game. And well, all I can say is good play there from VortiX. So we're going to move into VortiX versus Ferrer now, which is going to be our last best of 5 series, a PvZ. And I'm just going to run an ad and switch servers, and I'll be right back.